So, lads, the Fee and Kathy Engelbert drama is not ending. It's not ending anytime soon. And I mean this. I just got to say thank you to both of you. Thank you, Nafisa Collier. Thank you, Kathy Engelbert. Because without this drama, there wouldn't be anything to cover. If the WNBA wasn't, a drama-filled league, you might have put me out of my job already. So thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Fee. Thank you. At this stage, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, it's very clear that Fee went rogue, which is, by all accounts, a good thing that she went rogue, because if she didn't go rogue, then it means the WNBPA were, in on the whole thing. And it's much better that Fee's gone rogue and they can just say, well, look, we didn't mean for this to happen. How are we supposed to know this was going to happen? It's much easier for them to do that than it is for them to, have to deal with this being like a planned and organized thing. But at the end of the day, we still got to talk about this. However, Kathy Engelbert, if you guys don't know, Fee and everybody was reporting on certain things, and one of the sticking points everyone kind of agreed on, looked bad in the WNBA, was the argument that players basically got they weren't able to negotiate properly because they had no idea what the money of the finances of the league. And then Kathy Engelbert has said here, the notion that the WNBA doesn't provide the data supporting the CBA's annual revenue sharing calculation is simply false, a WNBA spokesperson said. Each year, the league provides the Players Association with an audited financial statement of the league revenue and a report detailing the resulting revenue sharing calculations. The union also has the right to independently audit the league every year. Look, this sounds kind of bullshit. And if you're wondering why I'm saying this sounds kind of bullshit, the reason why I think this sounds bullshit is because they reported the $40 million losses in May of last year. The $40 million losses, they were actually reported. Like, they weren't actually reported later on in the year. Like, a lot of people thought that was something that was reported, like at the end of the year and stuff. No, it wasn't. That was something that was in fact reported in May or June of last year. Like, it was reported early in the season, like real early in the season, that the WNBA just weren't going to do anything, that the WNBA was losing 50 million. Like, that was reported like so early in the season that they had no idea what was going to happen. They had no idea what was going to happen throughout the season. It was a revenue thing that was reported early. Like, no one knew what was price going to be, ticket sales, anything. Like, that was just written. It was just written. So there have been so many times, like, when it comes to these when it comes to the league, where the players can't keep lying and for this to be a thing. Like, I've heard from people kind of in the know that the money with the WNBA has absolutely just been has been just a number thrown out. I've heard from people that are way closer to the league than I am. Like, yes, I don't have sources, but I've got like people I speak to that have sources. Like, sources have sources, if you get me. And for me anyway, like, I'm like maybe 1 degree of separation away from actual sources when it comes to this whole thing. So I'm normally 1 degree of separation away, probably 2 degrees of separation away from players a lot of the time. So to be fair, it's most of us are probably 2 degrees. If you've ever interacted with Ken Swift, you're probably 3 degrees of separation from Caitlin fucking Clark. So that's not the flex you think it is. But as far as I'm aware, there was no even before CBA talks, this was something that players have been talking about, and this was kind of a sticking point. This was kind of a sticking point in general. So I do think that somebody's lying, and I stand by this. It seems a lot like as time's going on, because again, Kathy Engelbert blamed the Mohegan Sun Tribe, basically said the Mohegan Sun Tribe are weighing up their options. No, you literally vetoed their sale. You vetoed their sale twice. They tried to sell it twice, and you vetoed their sale. So, like, Kathy Engelbert has been on record lying. So I think until proven otherwise, you believe the players, I guess. You believe the players. Like, that was the thing with the Kathy talk. I definitely think she probably didn't say the exact words about Caitlin Clark. Definitely implied it. I even said it where I'm like, oh, she probably didn't say that. She most definitely implied it, because I can guarantee you she believed that. Because Kathy Engelbert thinks she should be the face of the WNBA. Like, I think it's as simple as that. She thinks she should be the face of the WNBA, that she should get the credit I know that David Stern got. But at the end of the day, David Stern didn't get all the credit. He just realized, you know, Michael Jackson. Or not Michael Jackson, Jesus, Michael Jordan. Similar enough time frame, but he realized Michael Jordan was the key. Was the key. That's what he realized, that Michael Jordan was in fact the key for like the growth of the league. And Kathy Engelbert and David Stern was given credit as the greatest sports commissioner of all time because of that. However, like, you're now we're now in a situation where it's clear that there's some, like, this isn't going to get better. It's clear that the whole relationship situation with her, with Kathy and the players, isn't going to get better. And it's clear that in at least some way the league is misleading players. Maybe not entirely, maybe there is an option, you know, you could go a huge roundabout way to get the revenue independently audited. But, you know, for to do that, that will take months and months and months. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what way they can, like, I really don't know what else to say. Like, it seems the WNBPA, like, I think if they were lying, like, this is one thing that they probably wouldn't lie about. Like, if it's something can be so provably be false, I don't think they're lie about it, but you just never know. You actually just never know. Like, at this stage, I have absolutely, like, no idea who's lying, who's telling the truth, because both sides have lied plenty. Both sides, like, at the end of the day, even if you don't like both sides entirely, like, there's no point siding with the fucking billionaires. There's no point siding with, you know, the billionaires in a labor dispute, especially when those billionaires are literally going to, like, if you could sell the team and make $300 million. Like, if you tried to sell a team, even if you lost $10 million a year, which is, I think, what the league loses, not per team. Even if you lost $10 million a year, any team, literally anyone that can sell their team is going to make a profit as a team. So, yeah, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys.